felt that I grew was in my reflection. Again, if you had asked me 7 months ago if I would ever blog a day in my life, I probably would have said absolutely not. But I realized the benefits of blogging. It can be great. It's awesome to reflect on your own work, and it's awesome to see what the students are getting from you, what you can change to get the students more involved and to really understand the material. This is a wordle of one of my blog posts, my last blog post of the semester last semester, so at the end of my internship. And you can see students was the biggest, and then teacher and classroom. And those really were 3 of the biggest things of being a teacher and how I can get my students to learn. What can I do to make them understand the material? What can I do so that every kid learns? Because I do believe that every kid can learn something. Might not be something they want to learn, but they can learn something. And I truly believe that. And so these reflections and the daily logs that we had to do, I made it a habit to sit down every day and do my daily log after my lessons so that I could really reflect on what I was doing. And I took feedback very seriously that I got from my supervisors and from my cooperating teacher. I took that to heart, and I used that to better myself as a teacher and in turn better my students as learners. And at the end of all of this, I am very happy to be here today. I'm ecstatic, and I feel very proud of everything that I've accomplished, as I think everyone here should feel proud of everything that they've accomplished. This is really hard work, and a lot of times education doesn't really get the attention that it should. This education program doesn't get the attention that it should, and we've put in a lot of hard work, and I think that I'm going to be a great teacher. I think that I've found my passion and my talent in life, and I want to be a lifelong learner. I always want to be learning. I always want to translate to my students, and I want to be a great teacher. And I think that this program has really helped me in doing that. And to end, do you like the flowers that match my shirt? Yeah, didn't do that on purpose, I promise.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin, and
this is my, that's attractive. This is my This I Believe statement.
And this is my This I Believe statement. I believe in the power of the teacher. I believe teachers have the ability to challenge students to think in different ways and open their students' minds to new ideas. Teachers see students every day, 5 days a week, which is probably more than some students' parents see them. Therefore, it is necessary for teachers to be positive role models. Teachers never know if one of their actions that they think is trivial has a major impact on a student. I believe that, that teachers can change a child's life. Teachers should be encouraging and positive. I believe teachers should never come into a classroom angry or irritable, because those emotions so easily affect the rest of the class. I believe teachers should always be passionate about what they teach, because that passion oftentimes transfers to their students. I believe that if a teacher is truly passionate and compassionate, that they can change a student's life for the better. Teachers have a rare opportunity to spread love and joy to students who sometimes have little love and joy given to them. I believe that in an educational society that is full of standards, that a good social studies teacher goes beyond the facts. The social studies teacher teaches history like an interactive story in which her students have a part. Students learn about different perspectives and how the past really does affect the present. The students enjoy going to history class because they know it will not just be another boring class. I believe it is possible to teach the facts that will be on a test while also teaching analytical skills and critical thinking skills. It is the teacher's job to get the students interested. In most students' eyes, history is the most boring subject they'll ever have to take. I think that students believe that because they have not had a teacher that has made history come alive for them. I want to be the teacher that they remember, the teacher that teaches them to be passionate, and the teacher that always shows compassion to their students. This I believe.
So let's go into your in task, please. And same questions.
All right, let's go with it then. The one that I felt the most comfortable with, and I don't have as much evidence on here as some of the other ones because I found that it was a little bit difficult to put evidence, but the learning environments. From my internship to my student teaching, I was really anxious because I felt like I didn't make the connections in my observation with the students that I wanted to make. They were kind of hard to connect with, and I was nervous about not ever being able to do that. And this semester was awesome. The kids, I took the time to get to know the kids, and one of my goals going into student teaching was establishing an environment where the kids feel comfortable, that they can answer questions, that they can take risks, and that they aren't going to be ridiculed or mocked for it. I hated being called on and not knowing the answer and my teacher getting mad about it. I hated things like that, and I knew that I didn't want my kids to be in that sort of learning environment. So I displayed student work throughout the semester. I used note cards with each kid's name on it to get them comfortable in the classroom, everyone talking. I flipped through the cards every day, and then I would also let the students answer if they really wanted to answer. I didn't just stick to the cards. But I felt that I really excelled in creating a learning environment that my students felt comfortable in, that I felt comfortable in, and that was easy for them to learn in. An area that I somewhat struggled with was the assessment area. I don't like grades, really, at all, because I think that sometimes you really, really see improvement in a student, and it can be hard to give them a letter grade that's like a D or an F because they didn't produce that work that you specified they produce, but they turned something in and they tried the best that they could. So I struggled somewhat in this area, and I'm still, I think, growing into the assessment piece. I did use a variety of assessment throughout my student teaching. I used entrance slips, written responses, exit slips, illustration assignments. An interactive notebook was a huge piece that I found I really liked for gauging student learning and understanding. So I would definitely use that in the future. But that was one piece that I think I probably will continue to definitely work on as I go into the future.
I have a question about student growth. Can you find an assignment that where you measured growth and or tweaked your lesson plan based on what you were informally assessing or formally assessing based on their achievement?
Yes, I used our Grow Through Writing assignment that we had to complete, where I gauged student growth through 3 different prompts. I assigned them they had to write 3 different letters, one from the viewpoint of a soldier during the Civil War, one from the viewpoint of a woman during the Civil War, and one from the viewpoint of an African American. And this was good because it gave them kind of a chance to show that they understood the material from these different perspectives, and they loved writing the letters. I don't know why letters are so much more fun to write than anything else, but they really liked that part of it. And let me see if I can find a student example. That's an example. I don't know if you can see it from here. But I used varying scaffolding techniques to give them feedback and to track their growth as they went. And I think if I'd had more time, it probably would have worked better. But all in all, I saw some improvement, especially with one of the students that I tracked, more so than with the other student. But right.
What's your classroom going to look like?
What's my classroom going to look like? When you walk in, visually, or what we're going to be doing?
Both.
Okay, well visually, lots of posters. I like posters and pictures. And I like to use in my instruction a variety of different things. I don't like for everything to be the same. So individual work plus group work plus work with me, conferencing with me, a variety of different things. I don't want someone to walk in my classroom and me doing the same thing day in and day out. I don't want it to be like that.
I have a question for you outside of the classroom. What kind of, how do you see yourself being a change agent in your school?
I think that I can collaborate with other teachers if there's a problem that I see or something that I really want to change. I think 2 heads are better than 1. So collaborating and going, especially during my first couple years of teaching, you don't want to be that teacher who comes in and wants to change everything and makes everybody angry. So, you know, I think getting other people behind you and, you know, having it a group effort to promote change, having the community involved in that, I think I really like community involvement. I think that that's really important. Teachers are an integral part of a community, and I think that that's definitely something that I want to do in the future. I want to be a part of that community. So.
If you get a high school teaching position, will you continue to use the interactive notebook, and how would you use it differently instead?
Probably not. I don't know if they would be as involved with it as middle schoolers are. So I would probably use something else. I'd probably use have them have a binder that they keep, but maybe isn't necessarily graded every week or isn't the same type of assignment as an interactive notebook. But that could change.
You mentioned at the beginning that you were scared of the lesson plan that you first had to create. Can you show me an example of how you've grown over lesson plan development throughout this past year?
Perhaps.
Or just talk through one?
Yeah, I can talk through one. I'm not sure. I have stuff on here, but I don't exactly know in which place it is. But yeah, my first lesson that I taught on abolitionist and suffragist movements, it was an okay lesson. It was, you know, good, but I really didn't. I guess I didn't plan enough. I didn't think about what questions I was going to ask to really gauge their interest. I kind of just thought it would happen and flow, and it didn't. The first part of it didn't. I had these two images, and I really wanted them to be involved, and they were kind of like, all right. But I realized, looking back on it and reflecting on that, you know, it was me, and it was me not asking the right questions. Also, my midterm presentation reflections that we did with our cohort from last semester and this semester were wildly different. If I can find it. This is done, but just planning it out, the timing of it got so much easier as I went. This lesson I was a little bit short on time, and as you can tell, I was pretty good in my other one. If we were to watch the videos with the timing of it, it got better over time, and I realized how much things would take, how long each thing would take, and that I think I improved on as well. So.
Thank you very much.